We have a guitar that can't be set up, apparently. The owner tells me that the intonation is still off and that the guitar plays sharp, despite the fact that I just completed a full setup on this guitar. So let's see what's really wrong with it, and let's see what we can do to fix it. I'm still alive. Yeah, man, I haven't had time for YouTube videos lately. It's just been crazy. The phone's been ringing off the hook, and oh, you see what I tell you? Excuse me. A guitar quackery? Yeah, sorry, I'm working at full capacity right now. I'm gonna have to call you back. Thank you. Yeah, that's been my message lately. Too much demand, and I work by myself. There's no Chinese proverb that says the customer is always wrong. Think about that. So I finished the setup on this Epiphone Les Paul Special 2, I believe. Yeah, and everything was right. Spent about 4 hours on the guitar, I believe. There's a live stream. I'm going to put a link below to the archive live stream to the work that I did. And then the customer texts me and says, well, the intonation is still off. The guitar still plays sharp. All right. I tell him to bring it in. He brings it in. I play the guitar. It's fine. I put it on the bench. I check the intonation, everything. Everything's fine. So I say to the customer, could you play it? Show me, right? And it became apparent, what was wrong with the guitar. Nothing. So it was his playing technique. See, I didn't realize that he was basically just a beginner, a very recreational guitar player, which is fine. But his technique wasn't good. So I made a video, actually a couple of videos that show how he plays. And let's have a look at that, and then let's talk some more. You can clearly see that he's bending the strings as he's playing. Anyway, let's have another close look at his technique, more in the middle of the fingerboard, and pay attention to the strings and how he's bending them. So what's the solution? There is a solution for everything. The solution for these situations is not always going to be the same solution. You got to work with the player. So as I explained to this customer, I don't really service guitars. I support the players, right? So I had to spend a little extra time with him, which is fine. I offer boutique services, right? And we are now trying to find a solution that will work for him. There's a hint here. He told me that he only has one other guitar, and that other guitar happens to be an acoustic guitar, which he's been playing for quite a while. But he's only been playing for about 2 years, I believe, right? So, acoustic guitar, that's a hint to the solution that is probably the best solution for him. Let's go back to the shop. The customer and I already tinkered a lot with this guitar. After he brought it back in, it wasn't playing sharp for me, but it was playing sharp for him. So over here on the bridge, I try to do some additional compensation adjustments for him specifically on the G and the B strings. As you can see, the saddle on the G string is all the way maxed out and it's still playing sharp. And on the B, it's also maxed out, but it's oriented the other way around. So it is, in fact, in front of this one. and this is not enough. So the next thing is to change the strings, and I am going to put a set of the Dario XS 11 to 49 gauge strings on the guitar, which also means I will need to adjust the nut just on the bass side. The 3 wound strings are significantly thicker, so we want to make sure that they fit into the nut slot. Yeah, so if he's been playing his acoustic guitar for a couple of years and he only plays mostly chords and, you know, a couple of licks or riffs, in his case, it would be okay to put 11 gauge strings on his electric guitar because he doesn't do bends anyway. He doesn't play that style yet. So he doesn't have any issues with 12 gauge strings on his acoustic guitar, intonation issues. So I thought for him specifically, putting a set of 11 gauge strings would do the trick. But some work still had to be done on the guitar. And here's a full video that shows exactly what I had to do. I really only need to widen the low E and the A strings because this string slot has already been cut with a 28 gauge file. That's the only file available in this size range. This string slot will take a 49 gauge string, so it will be cut with a 50 gauge file. And the string slot will take a 38 gauge string, so it'll be cut with a 36 gauge file, making sure that it's wide enough for just a little bit extra room for the 38 gauge string. Here we can see on this string slot that there's some lubricant there, so we want to clean the lubricant first. I'm simply using a brush like this just to remove it. And in fact, I'm cleaning both the string slots. And now I'm not even going to measure how deep I cut it because it's already at the right depth. All I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off the bottom of the string slot using a pencil. So this will help me so that I don't cut too deep. So now I will be basically hitting the two sides. As you can see, I'm exposing fresh material there at the two sides of the string slot. This is how the string would get trapped. And now I just want to hit the back a little bit. First the back, and then work my way towards the front of the nut. And I'm obviously holding my file at an angle so that I'm curving this. It starts like this, it curves down. And I think this looks pretty good. I still see a little bit of graphite right here at the tip, which means we're still in the safe zone. Just clean up a little bit and finish it off carefully. And I don't have the new strings on the guitar just yet, so the true test will be when I put the actual strings on and play the guitar. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the A string. I have more to tell you. First, if you think you gained any knowledge from this, if this helped you out in any way, make sure you let YouTube know. You can just click, right? There's also a link. If you just want to buy me a coffee, like, hey, man, that really helped me out. Can I buy you a coffee? Yeah, you can. You just click the link that says buy me a coffee. And I really appreciate it if you do that. If you don't, it's fine. We're still friends. Now, going back to his guitar, he had to play it at a performance. Okay. If you follow my channel, you know that the Guitar Quackery shop is located in a Manhattan rehearsal studio called Music Makers NY, Bob Elliott's Music Makers NY. They have, so we are two separate businesses, right? I just rent a space there, but they have these workshops, so people can sign up for a workshop, basically busy professionals, and they are guaranteed to play on stage in Manhattan, in New York City, right? After 8 weeks of rehearsals. So I had to get his guitar ready for his performance. But I'm still working with him. You see, this is the type of service that I provide. It's, like I said, a boutique service. We work on the guitar until everybody's happy, right? Okay. What else can I tell you? Nothing. So I am going to, oh, yeah, I've been streaming live, right? So there's an auxiliary channel called Guitar Quackery Live. There's a link below. You can actually see the full service that I did on this guitar on the streaming channel. I'll actually put a link to that archived live stream. But yeah, check out Guitar Quackery Live, and let's talk soon.